Very good morning to all students. Today we are going to discuss about human male reproduction or sexual reproduction in human being. Okay, we are discussing about life processes in living organism part second, and we are already discussed about or sexual reproduction in plants. Today we are going to discuss about sexual reproduction, second process of sexual reproduction, that is sexual reproduction in human being, human. Okay, now we have to discuss about how the human beings reproduces by the sexually. Okay, here I drawn a diagram of a male reproductive system because we have minimum time, that's why I already drawn here. Okay, first of all, we know for the purpose of sexual reproduction, first upon there is need of formation of gametes, right? In sexual reproduction there are two parents are involved. First parent is male and another parent is female, so that's why we need, there are two kinds of gametes. Sexual reproduction required male gamete as well as female gamete, right? So we have to know about how the male reproductive system produces male gametes and how the female reproductive system produces female gametes, that is ova, or we can say egg cell. Okay, now in case of human being, this is an representation of reproductive system, male reproductive system. Here first of all, these are the testes. A pair of testes are present in each individual human male, right? We know all. So testes are the main functional part where the actual gamete, that is male gamete, is formed. Okay, in case of human animal, we are called, male gamete are also called as sperm. We can call them sperm. Okay, what happened, I will tell you each process in one by one, step by. First of all, there is a inside the testes, I drawn here some cells. Okay, inside the testes there are so many seminiferous tubules are present. Okay, tubules, seminiferous tubules in testes. Okay, there are numerous number of seminiferous tubules are present within a testes. This is the first point in how the reproductive gametes are formed in a male. Okay, listen carefully what I am telling. First of all, there are seminiferous tubules are present within a testes. That seminiferous tubules become converts into, we can say, from these seminiferous tubules, some tubules act as a germinal epithelium or epithelial cells, we can say cells. These germinal epithelial cells are also called as spermatogonium. These cells are called spermatogonium. In these spermatogonium there are kind of mitotic division is occur. Mitosis occur in these cells and form the spermatogonia. Okay, spermatogonia. We can say directly in this germinal epithelial cells are spermatogonium, then spermatogonia are formed which are diploid in nature, right? Which are diploid in nature, and there is formation of another after that there is a first meiotic division is occur, that is meiosis first is occur. Then there is formation of primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocytes, we can say two cells are formed here, two cell, this one first and this one second, right, like this. These are primary spermatocyte. Then after second meiosis is occur, we know the meiosis process. Meiosis completed in a two stages, meiosis first and meiosis second, right. After that there are formation of four haploid gamma cells are called secondary spermatocytes. Okay, now after that there is a process called spermatogenesis. Okay, spermatogenesis, this is the gametogenesis process. And now what happened here, spermatogenesis means what, there is formation of sperms from these secondary spermatocytes. Okay, so what happened here, there is the process called spermatogenesis. One more thing is there, in this seminiferous tubule, suppose we have this is an seminiferous tubule, these all are seminiferous tubule, and some are having with these cells within testes are called Sertoli cells. These cells are very useful to formation of sperm, because these cells provide nutrients to the growing sperm or forming the sperms from these secondary spermatocytes. So next process, that is the spermiogenesis. I will write here spermatogenesis, or we can spermiogenesis. This process is called as spermatogenesis, and this is the spermiogenesis, formation of sperm. Okay, here there is formation of sperm in case of animal. Sperm look like this, something. Body of sperm divides into three different parts. This is a nuclei. Okay, this is an middle piece, this is an head region, this is a middle piece or middle part, middle piece we can say, and this one is tail. Tail contain numerous number of mitochondria from here. Okay, this is a structure of sperm. This is the structure of sperm. So this is happening within a testes. Okay, how the sperm is formed? First of all, there are seminiferous tubules are present within a testis. Then from that seminiferous tubule, some cells are called germinal epithelial cells that act as a formation of sperm. They involve in the formation of sperm. So now these cells we can call them spermatogonium also. Now they converts into spermatogonia. They are divided by first mitotic division, then formation of primary spermatocytes. There are two cells are formed first upon in the first meiotic division. Then second stage is called meiosis second. There are formation of four haploid. These are the four haploid cells, and after that process called spermiogenesis. is occurring, because these are the not a structure of sperm, these are the only structure of haploid cells, okay, and we are called them secondary spermatocytes. Now these secondary spermatocytes take parts into the process called spermiogenesis. Here is a process proceeding here, spermiogenesis. Then after the spermiogenesis, there is formation of sperm having there are different region. Front region is called as head region. Within a front region, below the head region, there is presence of nucleus, we can say nuclei, which is haploid in nature. Then middle piece centrally, or middle body, we can say middle piece is there. After that, tail region, end of the sperm is called tail. That tail is very responsible to the locomotion or movement of the sperm when this sperm going to the fuses with their ova, or we can say egg cell. At that time these are very useful. And one more thing, here is one more important point is there. In case of sperm, there is mitochondrial organelles, we can say mitochondria are present below the middle piece, not in a head region, okay. That's why one thing is there, during the fertilization only nucleus from the sperm is going to fuse with a female gametophyte, we can say female egg cell, okay. Then after that, sperm become back to this come back again. What happening here, only nucleus is releasing into the ovum, then other like mitochondria, then these contents are not releasing into the ovum. That's why any mitochondrial disease is occurring to the any child or anyone from the human population or animal population, the responsible parent is female or mother. Why this? Because there is no mitochondria comes from the father. Look at here, this is the sperm head region, and below the head there is presence of nuclei. This nuclei only fuses with the egg cell, after that this going to backward. That's why there is no there is no fusion or there is no fusion of mitochondria with that egg cell. That's why there is no mitochondria come in the formation, no mitochondria involved in the fertilization. That's why mitochondrial diseases are only comes from the mother, okay. So this is the process of formation of sperm, okay. Now how the sperm is traveling to with the help of these male reproductive system parts of the male reproductive system. First of all, formed sperm, this is an immature sperm, we can say this is the immature sperm, this is not a mature now. This is starting to travel from the starting, we can say vas efferens. Vas efferens is a structure which is present below the epididymis, okay, below the epididymis. Then vas efferens 2, it comes into the epididymis, then it moves towards the vas deferens, okay. That sperm moving from testis to vas efferens, then epididymis, then it move with the help of this tubule called vas deferens, then it move towards the here we can say germinal, we can say here is the, there are three organs. Male reproductive system contain following parts: testes, vas deferens, epididymis. Here are the these are the two seminal vesicles. This is an urinary bladder, okay, and this is the structure called this structure means ducts, which are, there are two ducts are formed here. One is prostate gland also secretes its secretion, and here is seminal vesicles are secrete the semen, okay. So this point is called as ejaculatory duct, these are the prostate gland and these are the Cooper's gland. Okay, and this is the penis. This is very useful to the ejaculation or for the purpose of release of the semen containing sperms during the sexual intercourse. Okay, so now what happened with these structures? Looking here, sperm coming from vas deferens is releases into here this is called urinogenital duct. From here to this one, this is called urinogenital duct. During this process there are secretions of these seminal vesicles secrete the semen, we can say, and prostate glands as well as this we can say Cooper's glands also secrete their secretion. That secretion is like a sticky substance which is useful for the lubrication, means there is a movement occurring the sperm can move by the smoothly. That is the use of their secretion, as well as they maintain the acidity, we can say they maintain the pH of this urinogenital duct. Here after their secretion, this these sperms are combined with semen. Semens are comes with the help of urinogenital duct. Then Cooper's gland also secrete its secretion which helps in a lubrication, and this penis is useful for that semen, releasement of that semen into the vagina during the sexual intercourse, and that semen contain numerous, near about approximately 2 to 3 million sperms at a time. That sperms are released into the vagina. After the releasement of the vagina, sperms are capable to fuse to the ova. How they capable? Because they immature in early stages, but they during the movement or during the traveling time, that sperm getting mature whenever they reach to the here urinogenital duct. After that they get fully matured, which capable to fuse with the egg cell. Okay, this is the human male reproductive system, and how the sperm is formed and how the sperm travel, and what are the roles of these seminal vesicles, ejaculatory duct which is useful to the secretion, releasing from the secretion of prostate gland, seminal ducts, okay, within a urinogenital duct. So this is the male reproductive system. We will discuss about one by one. Testes, functions of these parts. I will give you some functions of these reproductive parts. First about testes. First function, testes. What is the function of testes? Testes are useful to production of sperm and produce sperms and testosterone. Testosterone is a male reproductive hormone which is useful for the process of spermatogenesis, or we can call to form the sperm. So this hormone is responsible to produce the this sperm. Okay, then second, epididymis. Second part is epididymis. What is the role of epididymis? Which it store and we can say store and transport the transport, we can say transport the sperms. This is the function of epididymis. Then third one is vas deferens transport the now mature sperms are getting mature sperm into the, we can say, urethra. This is the urethra, we can say urethra. Okay. We can say this is the urinogenital duct. So here is collectively called urinogenital duct, and this transport the sperms into the urethra, and ejaculatory ducts are called, we can say, there is fusion of vas deferens and seminal vesicle. So these are called ejaculatory duct. Okay. So only there is the fusion, means there are secretion from vas deferens and from seminal vesicle. This is called ejaculatory duct. Then urethra. The function of urethra is which carry urine from urinary bladder to outside the body. Okay. So this is the function of urethra. Then seminal vesicle produces sugary, we can say, seminal function of seminal vesicle is fourth, seminal vesicles secrete or produce sugary substance, we can say which kind of substance, that which kind of sugar is produced by seminal. So here is production of fructose containing substance, that is called sugary substance, which provide energy to the sperm movement. Okay, so this is the function of seminal vesicle. Now next is prostate gland. Prostate gland 5 produce additional fluid, helps in nourishment of sperm. This is also useful to nourish the sperm, growing sperm, we can say. Also it secretes the substance which is useful for the purpose of lubrication, we can say. Okay. Then Cooper's gland. Cooper's gland produce sleepy substance which helps in lubrication. Lubrication means traveling of sperm in a smooth manner, that is called lubrication, and also maintain pH, or we can say acidity is maintained by this fluid. Now finally, penis is, it is useful for release the semen containing sperms into the vagina during the sexual intercourse. Okay, so this is about male reproductive system and how the male gametes are formed. In next class we can discuss about the female reproductive system. Okay.